Is newborn baby life getting to Max Verstappen? Let's recap the Spanish Grand Prix. I don't know about you guys, but isn't it great to have a real race again instead of whatever you want to call what we witnessed at Monaco last weekend? A lot of question marks going into this weekend, the biggest of which is the clampdown on flexi wings, which reduces the amount the front and rear wing can flex under load. There were speculations on how much that would affect the pecking order and potentially bring in McLaren, who's running away with the constructors, back towards the rest of the pack. So the race, starting from lap 1, Lando continues to have pretty awful starts and loses a position to Max on the first corner. Ferrari also continues to be indecisive with swapping positions, with Lewis this time slowing Leclerc with fresher tires. But hey, at least they didn't swap for a second time again. Lando catches back up to Max pretty quickly and by lap 13 passes Max on turn 1. Red Bull decides to put Max on the pit as many times as possible strategy and brings him in early on lap 14 to put on softs, then again on lap 30 to put on mediums. Then with roughly 10 laps left in the race, all hell breaks loose. It starts with Kimi Antonelli having engine issues and going off on turn 10, prompting a safety car. Then both McLarens and Max decide to take advantage of the safety car and pit for new tires. Except Max, since he already pitted twice, only had hard tires left, which is almost impossible to get up the temperature, especially traveling as slow as a safety car. So inevitably, when race resumed, Max nearly loses it on the last corner of the restart, and Leclerc passes him down the straight and slightly crash into each other at 200 miles an hour. Then, at the first corner, George Russell catches up to the action and goes wheel to wheel on the inside of Verstappen, and they almost crash. Red Bull orders Max to give the position back to George, but Max refuses. Then later on in that lap, he appears to be letting George through per his team's orders, but as George passes him, he goes full throttle and rams into the side of George and regains position. Honestly, such childish, reckless, and hot-headed behavior. Like, dude, it's just a race. Why are you trying to harm other drivers on purpose? That's some Bush League shit right there. He ends up getting a 10-second penalty for his idiocy and ends up in 10th place. But honestly, that didn't feel harsh enough in my opinion. So it's a 1-2 for McLaren with Oscar getting his 5th win of the season, Norris in 2nd, Leclerc in 3rd, George in 4th, and Hulkenberg in the Kick Sauber passes Lewis on the second to last lap and finished 5th. Mind-blowing. Hadjar continues to perform well in the Racing Bull, finishing 7th. Look out, Yuki. Gasly in 8th, and Alonso getting his first points of the season in 9th. And the delusional, sleepless, newborn father comes in 10th. What a fantastic race with tons of overtaking, action, and drama. Next up is the Canadian Grand Prix in 2 weeks. Looking forward to it. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.